Hello there, one and all. Welcome to this gaming video. And of course, the topic, we have two topics. The first one being the massive W gamers have picked up recently. So it seems that all the Helldivers 2 fans have successfully bullied a multi-million and billion-dollar company to reverse course. And of course, on Twitter, there was this guy who thought it was hypocritical for people to take a stand against the people being forced to create PSN account. For some other games, I think Minecraft forces people to make a Microsoft account, and there's other games that do, like Halo, and there's a few other. EA forces you to make a different account to fucking battery puzzle to have access to these games. So this guy was making the false equivalency that gamers were okay with this, but not for Sony for some reason. The only difference is with those other apps and accounts, it didn't deny people access to the fucking game. That's kind of the point of owning a game, right? To play it, of course. So if you had PlayStation Network outages that didn't allow other countries to use and utilize the PlayStation Network, that defeats the purpose of spending $70 to $100 on a game that you can't fucking play because some dipshit developer wants to force you into signing up for their bullshit account or PlayStation Network. That's horseshit. So again, massive W for the gamers. That's awesome. And it's just a shame we couldn't have done that with EA or 343 Studios and Microsoft. Or not Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. EA Games. 343. It's so. But we'll take wins where we can get them right, guys. So that's it for the gaming news. Massive dub for gamers everywhere. And there is one more. Stellar Blade, one of the new games. I think Sony censored some spicier hot suits that the woman has, which is a little ironic because it's the same gaming company that has full-fledged like sex and nudity scenes. So you have these purity police coming out saying she's too hot, men are idolizing her and objectifying her too much, but yet in, I think it's Baldur's Gate 3, you can literally fuck a bear. So I don't get the moral outrage on men objectifying a woman in a skimpy suit versus your character literally fucking a bear in a video game. But this is it. This is weird twisted morality within gaming and gaming producers, gaming journalism. It's so asinine. So hopefully there's a win there too. Hopefully they can bully Sony or PlayStation into allowing the content that they want, even if it is gross objectification of the character. And we're about to die. Fuck you, robot. Suck on some bolts. And of course, the second topic while we play this. God, this level can eat my ass with this stupid. You gotta follow the cords to the juice box. You gotta turn the juice box on. Oh boy, open the door. So the second topic is, if you've seen or been remotely anywhere near the news or watching the news, you will see that there's a current uptick and constant coverage of Israel, Jews, Palestine, anti-Semitism, Israel, Jews. And this is because Joe Biden needs a conflict. Joe Biden needs a war so he can get a second term. Because if y'all know, wartime presidents get second terms because the American people have to stand behind our commander-in-chief till the job is done. Unless if it's fucking Afghanistan where they just left over guns and shit. But anyways, or Vietnam. That's besides the point. So they're pushing all this shit because they're hoping someone does something, and they want to try and push America into war with Iran or someone in the Middle East, and Ukraine and Russia. The only catch is no one's buying it, and no one's taking the op and doing something stupid that's going to lead into war footing. So the American people aren't buying it. Whatever your opinion is, if you're Zionist, anti-Zionist, I don't really give a shit. Fuck both people. But whatever your opinion is, no one's buying it, and no one's getting, crazy enough to start a global conflict for Joe Biden. Are we gonna get another stupid fucking narration point here? Oh my god. Alright, so I'm gonna mute this for a second because this narration's fucking irritating. Oh no, we found an artifact. Oh no. It's a weird artifact. Which is a guy who finds, I think, turns out to be the first Starborn in the game. Which is a kind of interesting lore, but when you're trying to narrate something, you have this stupid scientist. Me. In fact, here he is. He's dead, but... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Now I think we get to shoot some Starborn. So yeah, it's this big psyop shit that's being pushed. You even have people actually resorting to violence and being stupid. At the UCLA campus, I think some pro-Zionists showed up and started whooping some ass. But that's what they want. Do not buy the horse shit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. I guess we go. Ooh. So freedom of speech too, like, yeah, the Palestinians are saying some fucked up shit, right? And the Jews are saying some fucked up shit. The Israelis have, signs that say kill them all. So it's all just a big push and scheme for them to, just attack freedom of speech. And fucked up shit is covered by freedom of speech. So, the Senate or Congress, fuck it, I don't really care. They passed a bill recently where I guess criticizing Israel now is anti-Semitism, which I don't know how that fucking works. And you can't say Christ is king or anti-Semitic stuff, in air quotes, on schools or campuses. So they're openly trying to use this to, well, eventually try and shoehorn it into banning the Bible. And trying to censor criticism of Zionism. Which, I mean, this is America. Nothing's sacred. We can question a lot here, even our own government, religion, all kinds of stuff. So that should be covered by, our First Amendment speech, you would think. But yeah, other than that, it's, our current world is an absolute mess right now. So, even as an olive branch, Godspeed, whichever aisle you find yourself on. But if it's one thing we can agree on, everyone has the right to speak their mind, even if it is, asshole-ish comments. And the thing I get a crack out of is, like, Israelis and some of these Jewish voices, they act so shocked that people have these opinions or these things that they say, and it's like, yeah. I mean, people say fucked up shit about Christians all the time. I think Sarah Silverman, a comedian, one time said, if Jesus was to show up, she would crucify him again. That's okay, but you can't criticize Israel or Zionism. So it's just this double standard of horse shit on the right side of things, and I think that's the main key problem. But the one thing I will say about this, because, you know, everyone's sick of hearing about this topic, I will say this, though, that I think America, in my opinion, comes first. Fuck Ukraine. Fuck Middle East, just in general. I mean, I'm just generally gonna care for Americans before I care about some foreign asshole that hates our guts, whether it's Israeli or Ukrainian. Of course, the Ukrainians are always saying, you know, oh, we're not getting enough money, even though we just gave them like 60 to what, $90 billion, some more shit. And quite frankly, what happens in Israel doesn't really affect me. Does it affect you? No, it doesn't, so why should you give a shit? I just want to get out of this facility, my goodness. This place is ass. So I'll wrap up those two topics there. Definitely hot button issues, but not as hot button as the Israel-Palestine one. And regardless of your opinion, you're always going to be wrong. Even if you try to approach it from the most diplomatic, neutral approach. And that's the funny thing I find about that. The Israel-Palestine topic in Ukraine, it's just absolutely amazing to me how there is no, like, sane discussion. Even if you are, like, a fair and, like, neutral voice. You turd. Oh, he's invisible. Get wrecked. So as far as other gaming news, that's that. I think Shattered Space. I hope it comes out soon eventually, because again, I'm excited for any and all new Starfield content. Even though I'm like 5 new game pluses in, I still want to see customized, you know, Starborn ships though. And we should really be able to put furniture and stuff in our ships. That would give our ships more of a personal touch. Because it'd be cool if you could rearrange the furniture, or, you know, you could store all your, like I do at Outposts, where you have like a table with alcohol and shit. We're gonna have to talk to these two dorks, and then I'll speed through it.
Are you getting tired of hearing this?
In the wrong hands. Join me, old friend.
Oh, no, you disagree with me all. Look at how.
Started with Emissary this time, just because why not?
Thank you.
Well, can't say.
The buried Templar.
You're lucky I'm a man of my word.
Stay for a moment. We should talk through our next steps.
Yeah. Final artifact. Blah blah.
He and I have made a number of. We let him go. I will meet you in orbit above.
First, this is what Earth looks like now in the game. Because the grav drive, I think they test fired it and it somehow took like the atmosphere with it. So that's why, or the atmosphere degraded. So them firing the grav drive like screwed up the electromagnetic field. So it's pretty interesting. I might talk about it. But yeah, that's just some gaming news, some political news, and hopefully you found it interesting. Thanks for watching, and especially if you watch this far. That's cool because we need the watch hours and to reach that 4,000 watch hour goal. So thank you, you are awesome, and of course there's links in the description down below if you want to support this channel further. Again, that's not necessary, but if you are moved to do so, cool. If not, don't worry about it, you've already done enough. But on your way out, leave a like, comment, and or subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you next time.